Welcome to Roscoe and Roscoe Gaming here at the Coliseum. Hopefully your skyboxes are comfortable in every single way, from the seats you sit in to the views out your windows and of course what's on your monitors. Hey, good day, welcome back. We took a few days off there, a little bit of stream sniping happened. We're going to play in stream mode now. It sucks, but oh well, we're going to stop this from happening. And maybe it'll be a little more gameplay in life. We got tons of smog from forest fires on the mainland right now, so it's been kind of depressing. Smell in the air around here, bug mace and whatnot. There, got wasp problem is bothering me, and it basically it gives me a migraine in here and shuts me down and puts me in a huge pain and suffering. So I'm forced to lay there and feel like somebody kicked me in the head with a fucking soccer ball. It's no joke. I got a caretaker, a landlord being a King Kong, pick you up and toss you around attitude, and old women who think, oh, you want to look at my rotten crotch? Sorry, I don't look at corpses who can't breed in life. I'm looking for a woman who can breed. I ain't a pervert. I'd love a woman who can have children with me. I'm poor and impoverished, so like that's not going to happen. I've been poor since I've been out of the womb of a parents' house in 19 and just scraping by life. I was lucky enough to have a few relationships, as a lot of people go through, and they only didn't work out because they wanted to drink and party, or their education was better than mine, and that's the only reason why. It's life's all about money. Money is the only thing that gives you freedom in life, and that's the goddamn fucking truth. If you don't have money, you don't get a holiday, you don't get nice clothes, you don't get your teeth fixed, glasses, you can't get a computer. I was lucky enough that I went out and bottle picked and made enough money years back to buy a PC, and lucky enough I could hold on to my GST to put this together, what I got today. And they say it might last 8 years. I might only have to upgrade a video card from it, but oh well. I'm here till it doesn't work. And like I said, one more video card probably. And whenever I save up for that, I save up for that. I'm not gonna upgrade anything at all. It's no point to. I don't need a new anything other than 62 gigs of RAM. That's the only other thing. Oh, look at this. ABDH, how you doing? Yeah, it's going good. Little smog outside. Been fighting migraines all week from wasp spray. It just puts me in turmoil. My brain shuts down. It's like I was just saying before you got here, like a football being smashed in your head or kicked in the back of the head. And we got smoke at nighttime. You can surely see it more than the daytime from forest fires on the mainland. Gonna switch over here, get a little weather reports. 24 Celsius here on the west coast, County, Vancouver Island. That's right. Mostly cloudy, it says, but it's light clouds. No chance of rain, it looks like. 25 tomorrow and whatnot. And this is what our west coast of Canada looks like right now. Boom. I'm on that island. All the forest fires are down in the States pretty much. They're not showing any up in Canada here. So all that wind is blowing northwards down from Seattle. And hey, shit. Unreal, hey? Hasn't hit the grasslands outside of Seattle down to Tacoma. But look at that. All those mountains full of forest fire alerts. Got a few down in Winnipeg area and whatnot. They're not showing it, so that's kind of weird, eh? And clouds. Our winds coming up from the south, like I said, from the north, scooping out the Pacific and up along the way. There we go. There we go. Bam. Let's see what the highlights are for the day. We got highlights? No, they're gonna show us. I don't like pineapple. I mean, no, pineapple, watermelon. Sometimes when you click your side here, it gives you current affairs like this. Oh, look at this. Captain Kirk is giving, oh, he's 95 years old. Holy smokes. Vitamin B12 is actually quite good for you. A lot of bodybuilders take it, and a lot of people take it. John Cena hits his fitness routine at 49 years old. What a character. What a character. Simpsons boss reveals dark canceled plotline. Man, when's the Simpsons gonna go crazy on that one? Yeah, I draw Simpsons and stuff like that. If I go over here and I start painting, right? Well, let's expand this a little bit. I can take my little cursor here and I like artwork like this, right? We'll put some kind of eyeball in here. We'll throw some eyebrows in here. All right. We'll put a big crown on them. An ear. All right. Little top lip. Bottom lip. Oh my goodness. And some easy teeth. There we go. He's a bald man. Hey, Gibbs, it looks like you. Oh, yeah. All right. Don't save that crap. But, yeah, we don't know what to do today. We're going to see if it is a wipe. Like I said, the smoke is burning my eyes. It's just agitating. A little bit of bug mace around the building outside. And bad attitudes about people. It's worse than stream sniping. Oh, did some arm workout. Did some rear hammers or sit down skull crushers on inverted bench and get my rear tricep going, and did some arm curls, hammers, and straights. The hour yesterday on the deck. It was a good one. Tendon right here is a little sore, but it's the first time I ever had that soreness. Every time I try to work out, I just lose interest. And looking at all the Rusty Moose is full. Man, wow, friggin' Rusty Moose, U.S. Maine, 105 waiting, population at 1,200. Woo! All right, that's officials. Let's see. What's history? We're not going to any server we had before. We're going to try new ones. Man, there's nobody on that one. 120 something days ago. I think wipe time happened at 12:30. It's 1:30 now. That's why it's. I'm just scrolling down, seeing what we got. What AB, what server you on today? You playing? Oh yeah. Wowee, low population. Oh, there's no wipe on that today. I thought it was wipe day. It is Thursday, isn't it? Double check there. Yeah, it's Thursday. Oh, this sucks. We might not play if there's no wipe. What's the wipe schedule? Bi-weekly we'll put. West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. Yeah, this is all dumb, man. These are all monthlies. Monthly, and they got 21 days into wipe. And that's pointless to join, right? So. And Rusty Mooses are just fucking absolutely bogus. Cues are huge amounts of numbers. What's this vanilla one? What's the forced wipe? 3 days old. That sucks. 3 days old wipe. It means they're already done their blueprints because it takes 3 days. Yeah, it's not looking promising today. I don't play on EU. Pings are too high. Yeah, looks like. Yeah, I'm looking at all the weeklies. They're Rustafarian's a 3-day-old wipe already. All Rustafaria, Fiery Eye. Monday wipes in Euro. It's useless unless it's day of wipe. There's no point to play on any of them. Bunch of trios here. C main. What's a C main? Yeah, 13 days old. Yeah. Unless it's wipe day, I'm not going on any. It's not worth it. Absolutely not. Yeah, these face punch ones are 21 days, so they're monthlies, bi-weeklies. I really don't like how they have it set up when you go look at it, right? So ain't fun at all. Every 2 weeks. What's this? 7 days ago? Yeah. It's like, nah. Yeah, there's nothing. It's not even wipe day. I thought it was wipe day. 21, 3 days. Either Mondays or Thursdays, and every one I'm looking at. So I don't know. I just can't get in Call of Duty. I'm bored of the map. Like the same repetition all the time. Just can't find the intention. My brain's not working fast enough. I think they're putting meds in my foods or something. Because my brain just don't function fast enough to get those Call of Duty fast movements and thinking. Yeah. Even the ones that you guys came in on, and they're day 21. So, well, sorry to say, I can't play a game unless it's wipe day, and I'm not going to look any more than that. It should say wipe day, and I'm going to hit the thing one more time. If it doesn't say wipe day, and I have to look at a day every time, they should announce it on the side, not just bi-weekly and whatnot. Save a lot of time for the players. Another thing they could refine in the game. Some good, interesting changes coming into the game. That's all I can tell you. I don't know if you ever go in my pages or not, but I'm going to pop one up right now. Where is that? Oh, where is it? YouTube shared? No, that's Rust. Here, we'll watch this real quick.
Greetings, survivors and friends. Shadowfax here with the news at Rust, and this week we have basements for bases and more work on player-maintained monuments. But first, the biggest news this week is that high external walls and gates are now getting upkeep. At the time I'm recording this, I'm guessing it's all still subject to change, so don't take these values as gospel. But wood walls currently add 267 wood to upkeep each, wood gates add 600, stone walls add 267.
Me, I always thought upkeep was automatic in the TC. If they started hitting the TC, it went down quicker.
Stone to upkeep, and gates add 600 stone. This, of course, will probably change and will have its own convars, and currently radius calculations for upkeep appear to be set to 16 metres from the oldest building block. This is potentially quite a significant shift for August's patch, and for once, something that impacts larger groups more. Let me know what you think.
16 meters. Shouldn't they have an imaginary line showing 16 meters? Wouldn't it make it that much easier?
In the comments, most of the Games Room DLC now looks to be finished. The wooden bar stools have proper models instead of pretending to be ordinary chairs. The shotgun trap skin's no longer in tartan. The jukebox has a model but no texture yet, and there are now proper pub-style wallpapers, specifically wood panelling, and a matching pub carpet with a pattern designed to hide the puke stains, meaning Weatherspoons will soon be opening on a server near you. I only have one question. Is the carpet sticky? I hope so. Pool is now more polished. There's a proper scoring HUD with support for single and multiplayer. The camera stays zoomed in after you've taken your shot so you can watch your balls going in the wrong direction, and the controls have changed to feel much more like playing real pool.
Okay, you had to emphasize. Make sure your balls are going the right direction.
You can now even pull back and flick the mouse forwards to strike the cue ball. Further to last week, the 8 ball is finally in the right place in the rack. Shame the rest of them are still wrong, but an attempt has been made. All we need now is an option to stick a bit of scrap on the side of the table to reserve the next game. Darts is pretty much there, and the noughts and crosses sprays now appear to be finished, with a bit of variety. So that's August's DLC sorted, although as many have pointed out, I hope they don't leave the top of the mini fridge as this poor quality flat texture instead of using actual card and poker chip assets that are already in the game. I mean, I know the team has budgets and such, but I can't help feeling this looks a bit cheap. Anyway, we need to talk about player basement blocks next. Now, we don't really know exactly how these are going to work yet, but from the commits, it certainly sounds like the team are experimenting with allowing players to build underneath their bases with basement blocks. My guess is that there'll be some kind of special foundation block that punches a temporary hole in the terrain, allowing players access beneath it, with further basement blocks being buildable off of it, but that's just a theory. Elsewhere, auto turrets are becoming more expensive, increasing from 10 to 20 basement blocks being built beneath their bases with basement blocks. My guess is that there'll be some kind of special foundation block that punches a temporary hole in the terrain, allowing players access beneath it, with further...
The guy sounds like he's drunk and can't say... Sounds like train.
The basement blocks being buildable off of it, but that's just a theory. Elsewhere, auto turrets are becoming more expensive, increasing from 10 to 25 high qual each, while snow jackets are getting a welcome buff with improved cold and bite protection. The water well vendor is also being toned down quite heavily. Most items are dropping from 10 in stock to just 2, while restock times increase from 2 minutes to 10. Syringes and ammunition remain unchanged, but everything else will become much harder to buy in bulk. There are plenty of smaller quality of life improvements too. Spoiled produce now stacks to 20 instead of 10. Sleeping bags can optionally be displayed on your compass one at a time by selecting them in the pie menu. Shields can now stay strapped to your back with a dedicated toggle. Deployable and wire snapping is getting its own proper keybind, and vehicle icons can now be used as chat emojis because, of course, everyone's been gagging for that. And just today, this commit, siege weapons are all being made vulnerable to fire, as intended, apparently. Over at the apartment complex, there aren't many gameplay changes this week, but breaking into apartments now comes complete with door unlocking sounds.
Oh.
The other really interesting area of
thought it
work
was just
this
a
week
master key.
continues
How's
to
that
be
breaking in?
player-maintained
Still.
monuments. And as you should know by now, Rust's monuments are gradually being turned from loot containers into systems that players actually repair, power up, and interact with. The power plant will be the beating heart of the system, it seems, with other monument functions depending on restoring electricity.
This will be
The
interesting.
airfield is getting visual power cables showing current flow to the fuse boxes. The water treatment plant will have machinery requiring gears before water production begins. The sphere tank will need power for crude extraction, and the commits are now mentioning power-dependent loot rooms appearing across multiple monuments. Talking of which, the fuse icon is now much lighter. What a time to be alive. The satellite crash event continues evolving as well, although worth noting mods got here years ago. It now looks like restoring power will be a requirement before you can call a satellite down from the launch site for some reason, and once activated, the final descent has been extended from 8 seconds to 20, giving everyone a bit longer to watch several tons of expensive technology come screaming towards the ground. The impact itself is becoming much more dramatic too, clearing nearby trees and vegetation before leaving behind several possible variants of burning loot crates. Exactly what's inside of them is still a mystery, but probably a spear and 6 coffee can helmets. The Underground Railway also looks set for a fairly substantial expansion. New commits mention additional rooms, transport and control areas, possible keycard spawns, collapsed tunnel sections, and intriguingly, something called a puzzle zoo scene. I've absolutely no idea what that is. Maybe it involves a crocodile. Elsewhere in the commits, wolf headdresses will be reskinnable into Lunar New Year masks. The livestock branch keeps growing too, with animal fencing now being worked on. In performance, the new render pipeline's being tested on staging at the moment. And finally, there are a few nice quality of life additions for server owners and modders. Server consoles now have command history together with proper cursor movement using the arrow keys. Creative mode gets its own paintbrush icon when on, nameplate distance, base sizings being added in, and there's more stuff coming for modders, and if you're interested in those, just pause and read here. Anyway, that's about it for this week. As always, let me know what you think about high wall upkeep, whether underground basements is something you'd actually like to...
Unreal, eh? I wonder what will be next. I'd like to see the underground, like they said, have more rooms down there. Puzzles, a recycler, and hey, what about a turnoff that goes to a lower even level into a mine where you can get nodes, or like they have crude oil down there, underground water supply. You can do so much with the game of Rust. I can remember when this all came in, and hey, I'm a new player. I only have what, 3,000 hours? Not to some people that I just found out he always says 10,000. He's got 20 fucking thousand hours, meaning he must never turn off his friggin' PC. Figure it out. In a year of work, that's 1,890 hours usually. In a full-time 8-hour a week. So that's a lot of time playing video games. Since how many years has this game been out? Got me going. 21 days. Yeah, there's, like I said, there's pretty much no friggin' point. 21 days. And if it's a 30 day, that's 9 more days. Yeah. All face punch ones are monthly that I'm looking at still. I just reset it to double check it. Rusto Naramare, weekly. This one's weekly. Let's see, 31Q. It's 1 hour long. That's maybe we'll go Rusto. Could go Rusto. But a queue of 380. 380 queue. Ouch. I'd be there for 5 days waiting to get in, eh? No point either. Ooh, that one's local. Oh, that one's local. Yeah, this one Rusty Moose I got here says Monday wipes. The other one says yeah, Monday wipes. Oh well. Yeah, there's nothing. Well, I guess I'll go back just sitting on my ass and being depressed. There's nothing to do because there should be a wipe a better thing than just, I thought it was every Thursday. Or every second Thursday at least. Yeah, bi-weekly. Type in a name here. I'm disappointed all these servers are what do you call it? Oh yeah. Some are half full, some are full. Yeah. Well, There's no servers. Well, hopefully I can get one that's actually gonna be on a wipe day. Anyhow, I'm fucking off. I'm not gonna look any more than that. I'm tired of done this myself. And there is another big event happening. Supposedly that we'll play this just before we go to. You probably seen it
Son's
already.
having a friend over.
Oh,
The days of leaving the beach, doing a quick loot run and recycling are over.
Offline.
Offline.
Got to restore the perimeter or the grid power.
Recyclers at
Suppose you gotta
every
go to a
single
power plant,
monument
hook in a
except
fuse,
for
And run
safe
around.
zones are turned off. Can't access any of them. Put something in there and you can't do anything. Recycler is currently offline. It will be reactivated when power grid is restored. That takes place at power plant. Before we go to power plant, I want to show you a few other things that have changed. So here at the gas station, there's now a switch on the wall. Right here. Fuse in here, but one thing I want to show you, we have
Jump to the power
two
plant.
fuse boxes. The first one is here. We're going to put one of the heavy fuses in. It's a new fuse, heavy fuse. It doesn't have to be one. You can put more than one fuse in here, but one thing I want to show you is you cannot take it out. So once the power grid is up, it stays up until the fuse is burned. The other one is right here. Doesn't hold as many. The other thing I've noticed is the more fuses that go in here, the more output the power has. So let's just fill these up real quick. You can see they stack in stacks of 3. That stack can obviously change. Once we do that, we want to hit the switch. The switch is for the upstairs puzzle. All right, we go up here to finish out the puzzle, the blue puzzle.
He's in a build it mode, eh?
Up here, we're going to go through this door. And then at the top of the steps, the loot room has changed. Right, the loot room has moved over here. And then here is a new room. You're going to walk in this door. You're going to press this button. That initiates the entire power grid. I know these components as a transformer. That's what we call them in my area. Once this grid is active, you can see the green light on the bottom. You can see the blue light at the top here, the power, showing the power grid is on. While we're here, I want to show you one thing real quick. If you take the wire tool and you look at it, you should be able to pull power off of these, but because we're in the build radius of power plant or any monument, it doesn't work. So we'll get out of the build radius, looking for one of those transformers. Here's one. You can see 30. It's got 30 power on output 1, 30 power on output 2, output 3. But look on the other side, there's 3 more. So you're looking at a total of 180 power from each transformers. And offline is
180 power. Always trying to fight to
Once you
keep
call
something
in the
going.
satellite, you'll start seeing something in the sky.
Got to go to small rig or big rig and hit the switch. So it's pointless to me as well for turning on the gas and whatnot. But AG, sorry, I'm not going to be playing Rust today. I looked and looked and looked, didn't see a server, so I'm buggering off and going to lay here and sit on the deck and whine that there's nothing to do. I'm just bored of all the games I have, and I ain't going to join in no wipe that's already done, and the bases are so big and the clans are so big too. I don't blame anybody. I don't ask anybody to play with. Years ago, I asked a few streamers to play with them, and all they do is get really ignorant with you. But oh well, that's just the way she goes. And we're getting flickering in the lights right now, so we might be getting a power problem. We might in the building again. We had a lightning storms the other day, and it fucked up the whole block for 5 days. Usually it's 4 hours, but since all the new buildings, we haven't had a power problem. So yeah, and also I'm waiting for a phone call from the ombudsman person of BC. Hopefully they get back to me. I phoned them this morning at 11. I'm dealing with some problems around here, and we got to have it dealt with. So, we can't have people with jobs of management being assholes to people, favoritism, and uttering threats to people who were there before trying to play I'm King Kong. It's not a proper mannerism to live by. You don't want to live there. It's no difference than a war breaking out in your country and you want to run away as a refugee, doesn't matter where it might be. They're just a giant nuke trying to fuck your mind up psychologically. And we call that torture. Anybody with any job or any human being that wants to play mind games with somebody and be ignorant and insult them, that's called torture. It's not a threat to the person who has the job. It's part of the complaint system. Complaining on somebody because they're being assholes to get a new person take their job or get rid of them because their job's gone to their fucking head. Just like I was taught as a lifeguard, you do the wrong thing, you'll lose your job. And just like a teacher taking advantage of a student or anything like that, you kick a person in the face as a police officer, you're probably going to get excessive force, right? So proper protocol. Anyhow, you take her easy. I'm going to get out of here and go do something else. Like I said, there's just no server that's open right now. I'm not going to wait in queue for 300 people. Thanks for coming in. If you did, much appreciated, AD. Or AB, I should say. Until the next time. Peace on earth.